Hello kids, welcome to Zwifto. Now we are going to discuss the terms which are used in genetics, right? We have already completed few terms. Now we'll be completing the rest of the things, right? So first one is F1 generation. What is F1 generation? F1 generation is the offspring that is produced by the parental generation. Okay, if you see after the cross between the two parents, okay, whatever you are receiving, the offspring altogether constitute the F1 generation. Let us suppose you are going to cross a tall plant with a dwarf plant, right? So this is first parent and this is your second parent, right? So when you cross between them, you're going to get an offspring, right? So all those offspring, right? So they are going to constitute the F1 generation, right? F1 generation is the offspring. Offspring means the next, that is young ones, right kids? Offspring means progeny, right? Progeny, young ones, child, everything means same, right? So offspring produced by the parental generation is known as F1 generation. Now if you see, this is one parent, this is one parent. If you combine them, right, if you cross them, you'll be getting one generation, right? That is what called as F1 generation. Now, what is F2 generation? The offspring which are produced by selfing of F1 generation. Now, you're going to take one plant from here, right? So now let us suppose, okay, this is your first plant. That is, here everything is going to be tall, kids, okay? When you cross a tall plant with a dwarf plant, right, you'll be getting tall plant, right? So this all are tall in F1 generation. You will be understanding why, what is the reason behind that. That will be discussing in the upcoming lecture. Let us suppose in F1 generation all the plants are dwarf, okay? So all the plants are tall, right? When you cross this, okay, when you self-pollinate, that means you are going to take one plant from here and you are going to take one more plant from this F1 generation and you are going to cross between them. You are going to self-pollinate between this F1 generation. At that time, we will be getting F2 generation. The offspring which are produced by self-pollination of F1 generation. Okay, you have to take two plants from here, from this F1 generation, and you have to cross it, right? You have to self-pollinate it. So that is what is going to constitute the F2 generation. Now, dominant character. The character which is going to appear in the F1 generation. Okay, so if you see here, we crossed the tall plant and dwarf plant, right? This was our parental generation. But if you see in F1 generation, all are tall. This particular character is what is going to be called as dominant character, right? Another one, okay, which was hidden in this F1 generation was known as recessive one, right kids? So character which appears in the F1 generation, okay, is what called as dominant character. Characters which appears in the F1 generation cross between the contrasting parental organism is going to be called as dominant character, right? So in pea plant, tallness and round shape of the seed is an example for dominant character, right? If you cross a tall plant with a dwarf plant, right? So in F1 generation, everybody is tall, right? So what does it indicate? So tallness is the dominant character, okay, in case of pea plant. Then recessive. So the character which disappears, which is hidden in the F1 generation is known as recessive character. It occurs only in case of heterozygous condition. So we have discussed everything. What is homozygous condition? What is heterozygous condition? If you see, okay, the alleles are different, right? Let us suppose you are going to see this is capital T and capital T, right? So in that case, okay, this plant is going to be tall, right? Similarly, if it is capital T and small t, this plant is going to be what? This is going to be tall because this tallness is dominant, right? This capital T is dominant over this small t, right? This tallness is dominant and this right, this small t, okay, this is dwarfness. This dwarfness is recessive, right? So in this case, right, so in heterozygous condition only tallness is what? It's going to be expressed, right? So the characters which disappears in F1 generation is recessive. It occurs only when it is homozygous condition. When it will occur? So if it is small t, in this case only this character is going to be expressed, right? It occurs only in homozygous condition. Example, okay, the wrinkled shape of the seed and dwarfness, all these things are examples for recessive character, right? And then homozygous allele. I already completed this. What is homozygous allele? Right? Both the members of allelic pair are similar in an organism. If you see, if they are similar, right, it is going to be called as homozygous allele. If the alleles are different, then it is going to be called as heterozygous allele. In that case, in heterozygous condition, only the dominant character is going to be expressed, right? So the dominant character will be expressed, right, in case of heterozygous condition. The dominant allele, okay, it will be represented with the capital letter and the recessive allele will be represented with the small letter. So for that purpose only I am representing like this. Capital capital A, small a. The capital A is the character which is going to be called as dominant, right kids? Then small a is the recessive one, right? Then, so you are going to understand what is offspring. Offspring is an organism, okay, that is produced as a result of the cross. That means the child, okay, the next generation, okay. So organism produced as a result of cross is called as offspring, right kids? I hope you can understand all the terms used in genetics. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me in the comment section. If you want any personal tuition or coaching classes, if you are looking for any crash course, you can always contact me through the email ID which I have given in the description box, kids. And then, so if you want this handwritten notes, you can take this from our Telegram channel. And for your doubts clarification, we have our WhatsApp group, kids. So you can join there through the links which I have given in the description box. So get through everything, and so do not forget to like, share and subscribe. We'll meet you there in the next video. Until then, bye bye kids.